is Kazm, Vulfhart, aka King Kazm, whatever you want to call me, and welcome back to Starfield. I am a little bit low energy. My right arm is killing me. I don't know why my right arm is killing me. I haven't done anything to it.
It can't be right. This can't be real.
Okay, we need to not have the constant depressed looping happening. We lost Bennett, which, you know, as I learned at the end of last episode and said last episode, not that anybody watches all the way to the end anymore. Where am I going? Am I going back to the lodge? I might be going back to the lodge. Looks like it. But, the fact that Bennett died last episode... I suppose I should do recaps. Last episode, we did some more of the quest.
Wonderful as living worlds are, look out for predators.
Are you following me?
Hey, don't think about it too much. Give yourself some time.
Okay, no, y'all are just spawning in and walking over. Okay, we're good. Is it snowing? No, those are embers. Why are the embers falling? Is there fire in town? Anyways. To recap what happened last... Yeah, I guess the attack would do this. This is a lot. None of this happened last episode. It was all just pretty much a clear shot.
The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. You were a victim of the recent attack. Please remain...
Yeah, this is the aftermath of what happened last episode. The Starborn attacked us in the lodge and on the eye. And then... we stayed at the lodge to protect everybody, and that... oops. Oh, you know what? Walter might have been the other character for us. Because I found out through research that... Give me 1 second. The glue for one of my pads is coming undone. Or rather, getting inundated with dog hair. And it's on my mouse, which is kind of annoying. Okay, it's fine. But anyways, we ended up doing a mission. Basically, the mission was we had to save people from the lodge and then save people from the eye. We had a choice to go either to the eye or the lodge. I stayed at the lodge and saved Walter from getting choked out and killed by the Starborn Hunter. And the Starborn Hunter chased us all the way to the starport, and then we launched ourselves out into space. And through launching us out into space... I hit caps lock by accident. By launching ourselves out into space with our ship... we also picked up the artifact and took it with us. But when we launched ourselves into space and met with the hunter again outside, I found out it might not be the hunter, but it said his name was Scorpios. Anyways. We ended up in space. We talked to him a little bit. We didn't fight him. I chose not to fight him because I would die.
Hey,
Matteo,
maybe we should get back out there?
everyone's vitals. Now really isn't the time. I know. Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious. If I may, I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept.
I have too many wires wrapping around me.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's
They
the
probably had dealings with
longest shots,
Starborn
the
before.
biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him? It's right here in the city, just a block or so from the lodge.
Ugh, walking.
I guess it couldn't hurt. I've heard the Keeper's a pretty insightful guy.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right.
Sometimes you
I'll
just
meet
gotta
you
go with
over
a gut instinct. Also, we get to work with Matteo for the first time.
Thank you for helping me out with the artifacts.
Okay, so I've got people available to join my mission. I also got a new pack. Is it a good pack? I mean, the stats are better, but it's not legendary. I want to equip legendary stuff. Anyways. Might do the... Sam, are you following me?
You forget how much you take a place like the Lodge for granted. Until it's threatened.
The lodge
Hang on.
is a little colder.
Yeah,
than
Sam...
it used to.
Sam is following me. Why are you following me, buddy?
So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant? Is it everything you imagined? Well, that's a first. I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Cole and they expect time as a way of just building on itself.
Give me a second. I'm trying
Have you
to
ever heard
get
all the
him...
bullshit being talked about him these days? I am. And I'm not. Yeah, there was a time, well before Cora. Felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a reflection on our...
This is the
great
problem with
legacy.
legacies.
It's
Too
enough
much
to
pressure
drive
on
me
the
crazy.
future generations.
Now I just hope I can help Cora to... Well then, Cora's gonna get a 5-star university education. For my father, Cora, and me, everything starts and ends with Solomon Co. Imagine being the first person to jump into a new system. And now... That's what I like about you. Well, I hope
I
they
am
talk
the
about what
worst.
They make about the stuff they publish. The lodge is still our home. We'll make it feel that way again.
I think this is what I click.
A pleasure, as always.
Okay, good. I didn't want Sam as my active companion for this because I don't like balance. Like, it's like I talked to my friend about this. I don't really like Dragon Age too much. Like, overall... Okay, so, clarification. I've only played Dragon Age Inquisition, and I have not beaten the game. Clarify that right now. But I know that one big part of Dragon Age is companion... I forget how to call it. It's like companion... I guess it would be companion management, where you gotta, like, if you... It's a common thing with games like this. Like Starfield, like Dragon Age. I heard something, and I think it was my dogs, but it might have been a mouse. But, basically what you do is you talk with companions that you want to, like, you really like. Like, a lot of people like Sarah and stuff like that. Other people like Bennett a lot. And you romance them and stuff like that, and that's something you can do, but you got to manage your relationship with them, and for the most part, it's pretty cool. But for me, it's kind of... I don't know, I guess it would be disingenuous No, it wouldn't be disingenuous because it is a video game. You're not you're. The main reason I say that, I'm going to go on a tangent here before I continue the story. The main reason I say that is because, like, I guess a part of me views it as you're changing yourself for the person that you're trying to romance, which IRL, you shouldn't do that. You should be yourself, and the person loves you. They'll love you for who you are. Like in Starfield, I am an absolute bastard, but I try to be a decent guy, but sometimes I just want to shoot people. Is your arm broken? No, it's not. You're holding something. But if I wanted, like, if I wanted to romance, say, Sarah, she wouldn't like that. She wouldn't like me doing that. Then again, security wouldn't like me doing that either, so... But I don't know, it feels kind of too much like a video game, I guess.
Sermons? They're really good.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Matteo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
I like small talk like
No,
this.
she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil.
I genuinely do.
But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds? Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
Yeah, so whenever you want to have a conversation like this that has, like, sensitive information, try and, like, try and talk them into having the conversation in private, and don't beat around the bush on the outside. At least that's how I view it. They disappear. They fade away. Oh, this place is pretty. I like this. Wait. Weird. I know of plenty of places that have... Neat door. I will sit. I will not wear the hat, though. I like my blue hair.
Oh, now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discover. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone
I
who
liked
walked
most
the
of his
seven
statement
systems
up until it felt like he
and
was
saw
preaching his
every
religion to
corner
us.
of it.
Not preaching his
This
religion,
pilgrim
selling it.
claimed he found the true
And not even
meaning of
selling it. That kind.
unity. I always thought of it as just a parable.
While
for
they're
trying
talking, I have to
bring
take my headphones off
humanity
because otherwise I
together,
get
but
distracted by what I'm saying.
Maybe it's more.
But anyways, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I have nothing wrong. I have no issues with the religion whatsoever. Personally, I'm a religious. I don't have a religion. But I feel like everybody should be able to have whatever religion they want. And there's nothing wrong with me partaking in knowledge of other religions and kind of, not really cherry picking, but like seeing what aspects of a religion I like and seeing if it fits my lifestyle. Doesn't mean I'm going to like follow the religion. I'm not going to worship the Greek gods just because I liked some of their like societal norms. Not all their societal
If you have
norms.
questions, I'm happy to try and answer. I'm not sure if he was. But if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible. In my story,
I'm trying not to be rude.
the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave. Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay, good. So, close the door. Just to be polite. So this that actually kind of piques my interest a little bit. These two people, the Varun and the Keeper, had... I hope you guys don't mind me walking there. I don't want to manage my oxygen levels. But the Varun and the Keeper all had... or both have, like, somewhat differing religions for the most part. And it is somewhat refreshing to hear that they are willing to talk to each other, regardless of that. Now, I don't know what those talks entailed. For one, Keeper might have been, like, super preachy, almost annoyingly so, or, like, the Varun Zealot might have been, filthy infidel, blah blah blah, stereotypical terrorist from I'm gonna be honest with you all, my brain literally stopped working the minute I tried to think. Shut up. Literally the minute I tried thinking about what time period the like 9/11 was. I can't remember my age. I think that was 2001. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't care, it's that my memory is absolute garbage. But around that time, type of terrorist. That's what I was thinking of. You know, Bin Laden? Osama Bin Laden? That kind of guy. Oh, right. I forgot. YouTube doesn't like us talking about terrorists, so... Not like my videos get many views anyways. If I sound bitter, I'm sorry. I'm not so much struggling. I just am dealing with a lot of negativity going on around me right now, and the low views on YouTube do not really help my mood. Okay, so there's two things. There's not three. Oh, the third one is on the mini-map itself. That's why it's throwing me off. The third marker. Where am I going? Hello. Your pots have fallen.
Welcome.
Your desk is a mess.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can.
You sound nice.
Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you? Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim, but since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter.
Makes sense.
So they think he's a charity case at first, but no. The Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or, in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help, but that's about all I've got. Hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay.
To tell them how I feel. I don't care that we're coworkers.
Sounds like a bad idea to me.
So basically, the questions almost seemed like a test. Didn't they? Like, it felt like, maybe I'm digging too deep into it, but like asking the same question over and over again, leaving, and then coming back and asking the same question again, it kind of is a behavior, not paramount, I know the word. I know the word. I'm just dumb and can't remember it. This is a problem with being intelligent. You know too many things and you have to siphon through your entire brain to figure it out. Tantamount isn't the word. Oh, hey, the blast doors are gone. Tantamount isn't the word. I'm drawing a blank. If anybody wants to help me out, comment down below. Not that anybody's going to see it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I sound bitter, but I'm... Like I said, it's just... I don't know if it's my content's not entertaining. Sorry, check my time. I don't know if my content's entertaining. I don't know... Or not entertaining. I don't know if I'm, like, just... Am I allowed to go back here? Don't kill me. I mean, I'll fight my way through. Is this allowed? Okay.
Seen your file. Just says pilgrim. Guess you're searching for
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less. The knowledge of the Great Serpent sweeps away all concern. There is only his inevitable return, and those he will spare. Nothing else. You wish to speak of the Keeper's pilgrim, do you not? I will tell you of him, and then you will leave. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down, but the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt.
Okay. So we've got an atheist group that genuinely spooked me. We've got a atheist group that thinks about things logically. Oh god, now I'm actually struggling to remember Akila's story. Oopsies. The Varun believe in the Great Serpent. Is it a loop? Is that what Unity is? Is Unity a loop? Okay, so here's my thought process for it. So, the math guy, the remember how I said I struggle with remembering things? Although I think this is just my stress. Okay, so the second group I talked to, not the Keepers group, but the other group, talked about, where am I going? Where is my, there it is. The guy talked about a mathematical meaning of the one for Unity.
You know I went to chef school?
And then the way she was talking, it sounded like the serpent would be the end. Or the mathematical was the beginning, the one. The serpent could be Unity, viewed as Unity in a way, as the end. So what if the one and the end, what if the one and the serpent are the beginning and the end? And it's just a loop.
Want to challenge your instincts and hone
I will shoot you, bot. Oh, you're an announcer. I'll shoot you, announcer speaker thing. I'm trying to think outside the box. Also, I may have slightly been spoiled while searching for stuff. And mainly because I wanted to look at if I could steal a Starborn ship, because I might have run into a Starborn ship off camera. Killed every Starborn and then wanted to steal from it. But I couldn't get in. Where'd Matteo go?
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
I might just be too dumb. Oh, right. The 2nd and 2 was repeated a lot. It's coordinates. It's mathematical coordinates.
Planets are often named by number. That 2nd might mean the 2nd planet in the system. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
I wish I could type my own. So there's his answer, there's second group's answer.
And once you know, what will you do? Even the most objective scientist holds the belief that observation itself will be of benefit to humanity. You will be taking a similar part of yourself with you when you find the answer. Will that not color your perception of it?
Okay, so like I'm genuinely struggling because I actually want to have this kind of conversation. Like I really do. I'm also past the halfway mark, so nobody's ever gonna say this. Oh well. But the benefit of science is that we learn how the world around us works. Whether we learn how the magic of fire works, whether we learn how a bumblebee is able to stay afloat in the air. How, learning and understanding.
More on your mind?
Yes, I'm talking about it now. Learning about all of this stuff is so important, and needing to understand our world is so important, but at the same time, it is not. You can live your entire life not fully understanding how the world works, and you can still live a happy and rich life. The pursuit of life is just to live. Whether that be through understanding, whether that be through not understanding, whether that be through just being your own person or being a person for people. What matters is living life. And nobody can take that fucking away from you. So just, if anybody makes it this far to the video.
Sometimes it's difficult to know where to start.
If anybody makes it this far into the video, please just understand that life isn't as hard as you think it is. But at the same time, it is, and we just gotta keep trying.
So you're committed to keeping yourself from seeing unity as anything other. Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
I have reached the limit of my video, though. I'm going to call it here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That we can see more content like this in the future. And if you come back on the regular and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free, helps out a ton. I'm greatly appreciative. If you would like to share this video with your friends, your family, your favorite group of truth seekers or truth understanders, I'd appreciate that as well. And if you'd like to support me as a content creator, or if you'd like to join me as a fellow content creator / content lover, I'd appreciate that. I have a Ko-fi, a Patreon, and community Discord server link all in the description below. And as always, I will see you guys as we continue our adventures in Starfield. Bye-bye.